Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Questions of Life. Today's question is posed by a Warboy, asking, what would your superpower be and why? He also adds a condition, a caveat here, that it can't be something that has been, it can't be common? It has to be something unique. So that doesn't leave a whole bunch to the imagination, really, because if you would think of a power, it's probably already been portrayed in media in some way. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Today's question is going to be overlaid over some Devil May Cry gameplay. Devil May Cry 4. I'm playing on Son of Sparta, but I digress. Anyways, into the question here. So, usually, whenever a warboard asks me what kind of superpower I want, I always say, "Oh, I want the ability to control heat." So, this stems from a anime called Needless, and one of the villains in the anime has this ability called the Fourth Wave. Just that name just sounds so fucking cool. So, what it allows him to do is touch something and then absorb all of its heat, and then fire all of that heat out in like red hot laser beams. Well, they're not laser beams, but just like fireballs. And it's when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I totally would like that power to be able to absorb heat energy or energy of any sort and, suck it out of the area around me and then release it. Or release energy from within me. Like, I can just stockpile on food and turn into like this super fat slob and then just suddenly everything around me is just on fire. It's dope. But going along the lines of a Warboy's reasoning here, he explains that his power is to like absorb kinetic energy and turn it into potential energy, which he can then dish out. So he, he goes over the reasoning that it's more unique to his personality. It's more akin to his personality of being able to absorb things and adapt to your environment, etc., etc. So, along those lines, I think my personality is, I guess, stoic. It's not really all that changing. When things happen to me, I just don't. I just kind of shrug it off. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Move on, go to the next thing, so on and so forth. So, also with groups of people or even my classes, I often tend to not take the spotlight. I want to be the one in like at least in the front so I can hear what the teacher is saying and all of that. But I don't want to like interact or take the spotlight or answer questions or any of that sort of stuff. I just kind of want to be there and observe. So often with groups of friends too, I'll just sit in the back. I won't be in the forefront. I'll be in the background, kind of like watching the plays play out here. Kind of like a observer, that saying, that sociological thing that you are a character in this play of life and you put on many masks. Hell no, I am the audience. That's what I am. So, I think my power would be phasing. And what that means would be being able to, like, take my body, take my atoms, take my elements, etc., and be able to phase those out of reality. And what that entails then is being able to, like, pass through objects, being able to put my body into objects and, like, be able to fuck around with whatever's inside of said object. I mean, God, that would just make me, like, the best thief ever. Locked safe? That's nothing. Just put my hand inside, just, not even my hand, just walk through, grab whatever's in there, and then just walk out. That would be pristine. This power would be amazing. So, it's not entirely unique, however, because I kind of got the idea from watching Blood Blockade Battlefront, because it's pretty much just a carbon copy of Chain Samuragi's ability from that show. She's able to phase her body out of reality, and in doing so, she becomes undetectable. There's no manner of measuring instrument that can detect where or what or how she is. she, God, she goes nutso on one of her ex-comrades who comes back with some technology to be able to see her, but then she just, like, goes off the deep end, and she phases so hard out of reality that she literally becomes nothing. Like, the anime then shows that all the things that Chain has affected, all the tiny little things that she's done, just becomes undone, and it appears as if though she never existed at all. So she goes out of reality so hard that it just, poof, she's gone. And that, I think, would be a pretty cool superpower, because I could use it to, well, it matches my personality, because it phase through anything. Nothing gets to me, I just shrug it all off. And turn myself invisible, I can make myself immortal. I mean, maybe not immortal, but invulnerable. There we go. That's the better term. I can put my body into places that it shouldn't go, like into the rib cage of someone. I can put my hand in there and just rip out their heart and squeeze. And when all's said and done, if I want to go all out and, like, really, take the cake here, I could, phase out of reality the way that Chain did so hard that I literally just poof out of existence. And that would be, I mean, yeah, maybe that would be kind of bad because, you're gone. Nobody remembers you at all. Your entire existence is erased. But at the same time, it's like, well, you're the ultimate unsung hero because you went so far and beyond to save the day that now nobody even knows your sacrifice and all of that. But I am digressing here and rambling on. Short and in summary, my power would be phasing out of reality because it matches my personality. Even though I totally would rather have that fucking fourth wave. Oh, it's just the name of it just sounds so dope. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and remember, drive fast, take chances.